Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dream Sounds Giblets 2 Jam. This is a super exciting evening as the musicians of Dream Sounds and the entire Dreams community have been given the opportunity to contribute to the soundtrack of Giblets 2, which is of course the sequel to Giblets, a top dream from Trix9 and Joey Cuts 83, well worthy of its MMPIC status. The themes that people have been given range from whimsical to madcap to comical to quirky to fun. And what's also really cool about the game of Giblets 2 is that it's been created by over 15 different level designers from the community who were curated by Trix, Impy winning Curator of the Year. So that's a super cool thing to have someone reach out to people and give them a chance to get involved. The levels do include names such as It's Me Juve, Bo the Grand, Talk33, Venwave, Avox, Dorian, Tricobalt, Joey Cuts, The Twin Brothers, Angelot J, Mystical Vortex, Trix themselves, Shandyboy1975, Oli MS47 and RAKO. That is really quite a lineup, isn't it? So much talent there, and I cannot wait for the full game. But I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's dive into the soundtrack. I'm super excited to hear what people have made tonight, and I'm super thankful to Trix for, of course, helping to set this up in collaboration. These sorts of crossovers that are game soundtracks and stuff can only happen through the collaboration of game creators. And thank you, Trix, for doing this all. It's very cool. It's a great opportunity for the community to just get involved, and yeah, it's really cool. Okay, now let's dive into it. The first of the evening is from Game Jack Zero. This is called Shuffle of Spice. Bon appetit. That is very nice. That is lovely. I can certainly imagine that fitting into the gameplay of Giblets. And then the way it ends as well is just beautiful. Incredible. Game Jack Zero, thank you for entering the jam. Really cool. We now move on to the first of two submissions of the evening from Anti-G. This one is called Regale. That is so beautiful, and again, just like with last week, it's really cool how, they do have like the notations and stuff sort of written in here. It's just really great, and it's amazing stuff. Such wonderful production as always from Anti-G. And we've got the creators of Giblets 2 in chat saying, yeah, they love it. Great job, thank you for entering the jam. Amazing stuff, and I look forward to the second submission as well. And now we move on to a submission from Quikuno. This is called Iposia, and Quikuno, thank you for entering the jam. Let's go. That is marvellous. There's something really spooky about that, but then the way that the kazoo kicks in, like, keeps the spooky going, but is also just absolutely marvellous. Great job, Quikuna, and thank you for entering the jam. We now move on to a submission from Yami no Neko. This is called Afternoon Tea. And they say it's an attempt at a tune, but I bet it's absolutely lovely, and thank you for entering the jam. Let's go. That is beautiful. I really was imagining afternoon tea. I was thinking like afternoon tea in an English country garden, but you're surrounded by giblets. And you've got to somehow get them away from you, but you're just surrounded by hedges. And you don't know what to do. Yami no Neko, it's really nice. Thank you for entering the jam. It's wonderful. We now move on to a submission from Sinok the Hodgehog. This is called Hail Giblets. Stel Big Leah, and it's giblets with a bit of a breed vibe. Thank you to Bonnie Man for the guitar track, and apparently this one's a bit quirky. Thank you for entering the jam. Let's go. I actually have to be very careful with this one because there's something about it that gives you a vibe of like hypnosis almost. I felt it kind of hypnotising me. I could have kept that on a loop for a long time. There's something about it. And it does have the sort of braid vibe when you're winding time, of course. There's something about that. I could have that on a loop for a lot longer. And I imagine that there's probably some sort of spooky level it can possibly fit in. And if there isn't, Trix might make one because he loves it. And I can understand why. It's really cool. Thank you for entering the jam. And we now move on to a submission from Sea Pilot 17. This is called Flea. Sea Pilot 17, thank you for entering the jam. I'm excited to hear it. That is really nice, it's really cool, it's fun, and I can definitely imagine bopping along, taking on Giblets of the Dreamiverse, listening to that. Really cool. And as Trix has just pointed out in chat, this shows that they played the original as well, because Trivia Flea was the original working title of Giblets. There's a bit of trivia for you. We now have a submission from Sockwielder. This is simply called the Giblets, and Sockwielder, thank you for entering the jam. I'm excited to hear it. Let's go. Yeah, that is marvelous. That is so playful, so much fun. Really well put together, a lot of depth to it. Just, it's going to be a lot of fun to play a level to that one. Great job, Sock Wielder. Thank you for entering the jam. We now move on to a submission from Black Cat Tracks. This is a four track mini EP, 4 30-second loops. That's cool. Let's go. Black Cat Tracks, thank you for entering the jam. That is really cool. All 4 of them do really build up images in your head of what each one could be, and they're also all absolute chaos. And let's face it, Giblets is kind of chaos. It's the best kind of chaos though, and you should embrace it. That's really cool, Black Cat Tracks. A great original mini EP there. Thank you for entering the jam. I believe we do have another submission from Black Cat Tracks coming up later on as well, and I'm excited to hear that too. For now, we move on to a submission from Geogoat. This is Gibby Gobby Goo, because it's the Gibby Jam, and Silly Noises Go Burr. That is really cool. That is so playful. Gibby Gobby Goo from Geogo. Really cool. Perfect. And we now move on to a submission from Chabluji. This is called Left Feet. Chablu, thank you for entering the jam. Let's do it. That one is really cool. Like they're all really cool, obviously, but that's just got a real kind of prog rock vibe to it. I was imagining like taking off to space as a wizard almost, surrounded by giblets. It's Left Feet. It's absolutely magnificent from Chabluji. Just wonderful as always, and thank you for entering the jam. We now move on to a submission from Fluffy and Sassy. This is called Vegan Niblets, and it's fun, fast, light-hearted, silly, and pingy. Fluffy and Sassy, thank you for entering the jam. Let's go. That is really cool. That is really fun, really amazing. Such nice sounds all throughout. Fluffy and Sassy, thank you for entering the jam. That is incredible, and it sounds pretty much perfect for giblets as well. We now move on to a submission from Retsumet Mai. This is Jiggle Jig, and I'm excited to hear it. Retsumet Mai, thank you for entering the jam. Let's go. That is a lot of fun. That is really cool. Regret Summit, my jiggle jig. I was jiggle jigging all throughout of it. Thank you for entering the jam. Incredible. We now move on to a submission from Boney Man. This is called Flibberday Giblets. Bonnie Man, thank you for entering the jam, and I believe we've got multiple other ones coming up as well, so I'm excited for them all. Here we go. Yeah, that is absolutely wonderful. Bonnie Man, Flibberty Giblets. That's just the first of 3 submissions as well, and that's amazing. Thank you for entering the jam. It's really cool. It's got a great atmosphere to it. And we now have Untitled Giblets thing from Brandon Boy. Brandon, thank you for entering the jam. Here we go. That's pretty cool. It's like Giblets at the rave, at the fairground in a ghost train. I can imagine that. I can get behind that. Brandon, thank you for entering jam. It's really cool. Untitled Giblets thing. And it's always a joy and a privilege. There is so much amazing stuff here tonight. It really is a testament to the whole Dreams community, as Trix, the creator of Giblets, has just said in chat as well. It's amazing that Dreams does allow for all of these sorts of things to happen. And now we move on to Wacky Giblet Party from Justin Art. It's some wacky music, and the theme they thought of for the song is a silly party. Justin Art, thanks for entering. Let's go. That is really nice. It's wacky and it's silly, but it's also got a kind of espionage vibe to it. It's like Giblets undercover on a stakeout. It's really cool. Justin Art, thank you for entering jam. We now move on to a submission from Dionisio Cardenas. This is called Giblets 2. And Dionisio, thank you for entering the jam. Super excited to check this out. Let's go. really cool. Great production values in that from Dionisio Cardenas, and really nice vibes as well. Just incredible. And thank you for entering the jam. Really cool. We now move on to a submission from OliMS47. It's called Gib. And they say Gib for the Dream Sounds Giblets 2 jam. Gib. I know it's Jib, by the way, but come on. Liam, thank you for entering the jam. I'm super excited to check this out. Jib. Okay, let's go. That is so much fun. Liam, thank you for entering the jam. I love it. I love the vocals. I give it absolute Jib out of 10. It's incredible. It is a lot of fun, and I can totally imagine playing the game to it, like running around with the Giblets while that's playing as well. It's incredible. And we now move on to a submission from Sackboy XR8. It's called Giblets 2 Music. The theme is 8-bit Playground. They say it isn't made, well, they say it isn't 30 seconds, but hey, we'll see. Sackboy XR8, thank you for entering the jam. Let's go. That's very cool. It does have a kind of quirky tension to it. It's interesting. It's like the carnival, and it's awesome. I can totally imagine it being used in 31.96 seconds. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So it's okay. It's like, you know, it's okay. Don't worry about that. It's close enough. Like, it's really okay. And Sackboy XR8, thank you for entering the jam. It's really cool. We now move on to a submission from Sulky Tardigrade. This is called Unhealthy Cat Choices. It's got 30-second loops as well as some shenanigans. Let's go. Absolutely epic. Every single noise, including the final one there, is just marvellous on both of those loops. Really great job, Zelly Beans, thank you for entering the jam. I love the shenanigans as well, like great sort of great storytelling within the instrument names and stuff. Really cool. We now move on to the second submission of the evening from Quikuna. This is called Dusty Shelves. Really nice. A great loop, but also a great ending as well. It's Dusty Shelves from Quikuna, and I can almost imagine a secret Giblet in its shades and its suit trying to slide across some dusty shelves. I can imagine that. Thank you for entering the jam, Quikuna. Amazing stuff. We now move on to a submission from Boney Man. It's Philip or Giblet, the second submission so far, and I'm excited to hear it. Here we go. That is really nice. There's amazing sounds there that happen. I don't know how to describe it, but I just love the sounds, like the filters that happen, especially like at the end and stuff. It's really cool. It's Philip O'Giblet, the second of the evening from Boney Man, and there is a third here as well. But for now, we've got the second submission from Black Cat Tracks, and this is 3 more 30-second tunes for the jam. So that brings them up to a total of 7, which is super cool. Obviously, when the jams are for things that are much like shorter, like 30-second loops and stuff, it does open the door for people to make more entries if they want to, and it's totally cool. Everything's like 30 seconds, you know. And Black Cat, I'm excited to hear these because the previous 4 were pretty cool as well. Here we go. They are magnificent. That's now 7 like 30-second loops Black Cat's submitted, and they're all great. And what's really cool, right? Like I'm sure that the creators of Giblets 2 will try to include as many loops as they can, right? But even the ones that don't necessarily get used are still out there in the Dreamverse, and they're available for like anything, literally. And it's really cool. I hope to hear a bunch of these getting used in all sorts of things, because they're all great and they are suitable for all sorts of fun things, as well as Giblets, even though they may be made for the Giblets 2 soundtrack. It's really cool. Black Cat Tracks, thank you for entering the jam. And we now move on to the final submission of the evening from Bonnieman. This is called Let's Jib Jam, and I'm excited to hear it. Bonnieman, thank you for entering. Let's go. That is really cool. It's got great sounds to it, great vibe. Bonnieman, thank you for entering the jam. That's 3 really cool entries, and great job. We now move on to a submission from Ari Keo. This is called Radio Giblets, and it's 6 mini things. That's super exciting. Ari Keo, I'm excited to hear these, and thank you for entering the jam. Let's go. That is absolutely fantastic. It was described as 6 mini things, but I think that it's an incredible 6 track EP that takes you on a journey. That is absolutely fantastic. I would happily listen to that entire thing again multiple times, and I imagine like visuals to it as well. But also within the context of Giblets, like like they all like work in various ways. They're just incredible. Arikyo, thank you for entering the jam. And it's really cool that also Arikyo's chat influenced these songs as well. As Trix was saying a moment ago, it really is a community game. So, community made the levels, community made the soundtrack, community even like influenced parts of the soundtrack in like via Twitch chat and stuff as well. It's really cool. Um, and yeah, as I was also saying earlier, like these songs are not necessarily like just for Giblets, even though that's what they're being made for and what they will, like in many cases, be used in. They are just there for the whole Dreamiverse as well. And yeah, I'd love to like hear more of that around the place. It's cool. Thank you for entering the jam. We now move on to the second submission of the evening from Anti-G. This is called Poor Chicken, and I'm excited to hear it. Anti-G, thank you for entering the jam. Hype for the Poor Chicken. That is absolutely marvellous, as always, from Anti-G. Incredible production, lovely song, really well put together tune overall. Now I'm going to quickly check my notifications, but I do believe that might bring us to the end of the jam, and in fact I do believe it does. It's been an incredibly exciting jam. It's been very fast paced as we go through all of these 30-second songs, and it's been awesome. Every single thing has been incredible, and I'm super excited for this game. Thank you to Trix for like helping to organise this and for being so community minded in the creation of Giblets 2. Thank you everyone who took part in the jam. Thank you everyone who tuned in. It's been marvellous. What a wonderful jam. And now we must move on to figure out what the next jam is going to be. So let's do it.